Can you guys hear us now? Mic check 1, 2.
Yeah, that's up. Are we good? Oh yeah, we should be good.
But we are not good here.
I just gotta hook us up in there. Leave. That's live now. We're crooked. Enter. There we are. Okay.
Okay, we're back, guys.
Sorry.
Minor malfunctions, but hopefully you can all hear us now.
Yeah, it's good. It should be good. All these lives are I swear to God, they're 2.5 hours, almost close to 3 every time. It doesn't matter. So it'll pop back up. But anyway, yeah. So, getting back, God, tits.
Always wanting to pop out.
God. So just getting back to that is like that stigma for men. I don't think that men are the only ones that have this, but for different reasons. And I think it's, and because of the things that have happened and the way that society has changed and the way that we view relationships differently now, and men not feeling secure in a relationship because they feel emasculated among other things. And they feel like they're going to lose their friends. They're going to lose their sex life. They're going to lose all of this stuff. I personally feel like that is a social media thing.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. Social media definitely plays a huge role.
Like media in general.
Yeah, and everything.
I really do feel like that's what it is. I don't feel like it's actually a real thing. I think that there are a handful out there that make it hard for everybody else. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And that it's just like, it's not real.
No.
I mean, I could go into some relationships I have seen and be like, that is your stereotypical thing right there. Like the second the ring got on the woman's finger, like
everything changed.
God damn.
Well, and I've seen a couple of relationships where that actually happens.
Yeah. On
both sides, like the woman changes and the man changes, and that shouldn't be the case.
No.
Like, just because you put a ring on the finger does not mean either person should change at all. That shouldn't change the relationship dynamic. Like,
no,
the dude or the woman should not get more possessive and think that they own the other person and can decide what they do, where they go, how they dress, anything like that.
No.
Like, you were a normal person before we said I do, and now you are somebody that I've never met before.
Yes. And it's just like, listen, if you want to go out with your friends, this is how I am personally. So I don't understand how other people cannot even be this way or think this way. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Linda, listen.
Linda, listen. Okay, bud. Thanks. I feel like this is the thing, right? Holy fuck. You fucking come into a relationship and then you can't see your friends. I don't like them. But you liked them when we were dating. What changed? Oh, well, we're married now. Did that change my friends? Did that change who they became like all of a sudden? No.
No, but they probably didn't like your friends before.
They didn't. So get fucking real. Like, I will never, and y'all, I'm married. I am married. I will never ask permission to go see my friends. I will never ask permission to go out. I will never ask permission to be me.
No.
Ever.
You shouldn't have to.
Nobody should. Babe, I'm going out with so-and-so.
I'll be back later.
Boom.
Have a good time.
Or, babe, I'm going out with so-and-so. Would you like to come, honey? There is the invitation, babe, I want you to come, and then I'm going to go out and be with like my friends and just get some me time and some girl time. or whatever. And I believe that male and females can be friends, but that's where you should invite your spouse. Just be like, hey, babe, I'm going out with the group, whoever. Would you like to come? And then if they don't, okay, cool. They've made that decision. You didn't make it for them.
But then at the same time, they can't be mad
Nope.
that you're going out with men.
Nope.
Because the invitation was offered and you declined.
And the same thing for women getting mad at their husbands.
Exactly.
Or boyfriends. They have girl friends. Would you like to come? No, you don't want to come? Okay, cool. I will see you later. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Nothing.
That just because you get into a relationship or you get married doesn't mean that you automatically just don't get to be who you are anymore. And I feel fucking horrible for people who think that way, feel that way, or are in a relationship that way. No.
Well, and I know people, though, where they're like, my boyfriend or husband is not allowed to have female friends.
The fuck they're not.
Why? If you trust the person that you're with, that shouldn't be an issue.
Nope.
So you're pretty much saying that you don't trust them to stop something from happening if it were to. Who says it's going to?
Right.
But I'm saying if the situation arose and say said woman or man came onto your significant other, you are saying that you do not trust them to stop it.
Correct. That's what it says to me. Like, you don't trust me enough to say no.
Exactly.
Or babe, you know what? I'm really uncomfortable. Can you come get me? Babe, I drank too much. I feel like this person is coming on. Or don't even say this person. Just be like, I feel like, can you come get me?
Yeah, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
I mean, grow the fuck up. And this just goes back into our society.
Yeah.
Our social media and media in general that plays this over and over. We've seen it in every single movie that because a male and a woman are friends, they're going to fuck.
Yeah, because girls and guys can't be just friends. Yeah. It's not possible.
And I'm sorry, but I just don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I don't either. Because I have a lot of male friends.
So do I.
That, yes, I have not slept with them ever. But we are great friends. And we hang out all the time. But they're like, oh, well, it doesn't. The best one that gets me is, yeah, but all of your guy friends have probably wanted to sleep with you. If they If they had the opportunity, they would. And I was like, so who cares? What? They probably want to have sex with me. Doesn't mean it's ever going to happen.
But it hasn't happened because I am not going to let it. And that goes for both sexes.
Yeah.
The male and the man and the woman. The man has female friends. You just say, yeah, she wants to fuck. I can see it. She wants to fuck you. But I'll tell you a little bit. I kind of like that. I think it's a turn on. You want to know why? Because you're mine.
Yeah. She can want you all she wants, but she's never going to have you.
And if they're any goddamn good friends, they're going to respect the boundaries on top of it.
And if they don't respect those boundaries, those aren't true friends.
No, they're fucking not. And so like I don't know, that's like, I'll have to go back deeper into this and I'll have to write the whole thing down so we can address this other thing because some of it was this is a big one. We'll have to come back to this one.
Okay.
So, this was a goodie. This one is a really good one. Feeling connected to someone that you have never met. We're not talking about online dating either. We are talking about social media.
So we're talking somebody that maybe you're following on Instagram.
Like me.
Or your friends. You might be friends on Facebook.
Correct. And it is feeling attracted, connected to someone you've never met. Does that make me sad, lonely, or am I normal? And I'm going to write some things down here.
Okay.
Go for it.
I don't feel like it's abnormal. I feel like a lot of people out there not necessarily fall for, but feel an attraction to people that they follow or are friends with online. Is it sad? Not necessarily. I guess it depends on the form of attraction. Like there's a lot of attractive people out there. So me saying, oh my God, I followed this very good looking guy or this beautiful woman online. Like, there is this form of attraction because, yeah, I am attracted to them. And that's not sad. But it depends on that level of attraction. Like, am I sexually attracted? Like, do I want to potentially be with this person? If I'm getting to levels like that, then yeah, loneliness does come into that.
Yes.
Because it's like, if I'm pining for somebody that I've only seen pictures of and I've only talked to via DMs or whatever, like, yeah, that is lonely. But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's sad, but it could become sad.
Yes, it
at
could.
One point.
It could. And sad, pathetic.
Yes. Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, guys. I think that most everybody that follows somebody else on Instagram has a level of attraction for them.
Yep.
Unless it's like your
friends.
Do it yourself. Well, your friend. Well, no.
Not necessarily. Just because you're following your friends doesn't necessarily mean you're attracted to them.
No, but you could be.
Yeah, you could be. So
no, but you could be. But more so like you're do-it-yourselfers.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Or the chefs.
Oh yeah, finding good recipes and all of that.
Recipes. Yeah. Or the people like do the chocolatiers or the just like all this other like random crazy shit, right? Musician, no.
Yeah, no, I went to musicians.
DJs, the ones who cover their faces, but that's even
that could be a form of attraction.
It can be. So there's that. I think there's certain things that no, like there's absolutely no attraction at all.
Yeah.
Oh, following. Nope, not even gonna go there. Nope.
I think I know exactly where you're headed. Don't go
yeah,
there.
I'm not gonna do it. Okay. So,
because that could spiral into so
I know.
ways.
Killer. Hey, boo. In social media, people usually follow who they are attracted to, not only on looks, but also in personality or things they have in common. Correct. So when you do follow somebody or like you send messages or whatever, and you're feeling connected to them, it's probably their energy that you are connected to, that draws you into them. It could be their eyes, their smile. Yes, they're gorgeous or handsome or sexy or whatever. But there are those other aspects of, wow, there's something about you that is powerful. And I want to know that just through association. So I want to just be a part of that. Is that sad? No. I think it becomes sad when you let that aspect control your life. Control whether or not you're in a relationship with somebody else. Control.
So are you saying like you refuse to go out and find somebody to be with because you're pining over this person on social media?
Correct.
Okay.
That's for me, that's when I think it turns, the realm turns
to sad, pathetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's when somebody needs help. They need, like an intervention of like, no, boo-boo.
Yeah.
Honey.
You got to come back to the real world, boo, because you're fallen.
And is it normal though to have attraction and to feel connection to people on social media that you have never met? Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of Bailey Sarian.
Dude, I fucking love her.
I love Bailey.
She is amazing.
Bailey is younger than me. She's a role model for me.
Yeah.
I love Bailey. And I feel like we're people.
Yeah.
I feel like we would.
I would love to have a drink with her one day and just sit down and talk. Like, she's beautiful. She's smart. Her energy is amazing.
She's just, everything about her is just awesome.
Yeah.
So I love Bailey. I love what she does. I love where she started. I love where she's gone and where she's going to continue to go to. Bailey is an amazing person. I would love to meet that person in person.
Yeah.
Meet that person in person. I would love to meet Bailey. I want to have a drink with Bailey.
Bailey, we need to get together sometime. The three of us.
But for real though, like, do I feel a connection for her? Yeah, because I feel like she's down to earth. She's funny. She's smart. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she's just like this real person that I can connect to. So I understand that.
But at the same time,
mine is healthy, I feel.
Well, yeah, we don't let that spiral out of control. Like the fact that we like her, and I know I follow her. Mm-hmm. I've probably seen every one of her videos more than one time.
As have I.
But I don't let that control my life.
Right.
And my like what's going on here in the real world.
Correct. You know, and I could who is a big crush of mine? Who do I have a crush? Henry Cavill. Oh. Okay. Henry
Cavill, he's a good-looking man.
God.
But
God,
I could take him or leave him. He's the sexiest in The Witcher. That is probably the sexiest. That's the sexiest role he plays, in my opinion. I just
find him sexy anytime. But I also know things about him, like, you know, he's built his own computer and like all these other things. Kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but again, I think it's a healthy thing. It's not like I sit there and I pine over this person and I'm like writing in my journal and like, I mean, you know?
Yeah.
So like, it's a healthy thing.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to, you know, the other things of where you start to, well, go there. And then that's where we're going to go.
Yeah.
So we'll be hopping into that. Even guys, motherfucking right they do, Killa. Guys have crush on Henry because Henry's just
he is a good-looking guy, but there's more to than just his looks. So I understand. I do. I get the attraction.
God.
But most people just pine on the way that he looks.
Truth.
And they don't go into the person as a whole.
No.
And it's like, looks are only so much. Like, there is way more to somebody than how they look.
Hey, Rich.
So it's like, if looks is all you got,
keep going.
Like, you need to move on. You need to find something else because you truly need to figure out who these people are and like them for them.
Correct.
Because as you get old, as you get wrinkly, we're not all going to look this good our whole lives.
That's right.
Like, we may look good for the next 30, hopefully 40 years. Like, I'm hoping that I still look good when I'm in my 80s.
Well, bitch, black don't crack.
Like, you're right, black don't crack. But, but you know, like, there's more to all of us than how we look. So it's like, if you're just coming at people for taking them just for face value and not getting to know who they truly are, like, you're losing out on a lot. Because just because they have a pretty face does not mean that they have a good heart, a good soul, and that they're actually a good person.
Right, Jess.
So there's so many layers, and looks are just the surface. Like, we're all onions, man.
That's right.
Like Shrek says, we have layers.
I'm an onion.
Yep, we're all onions. We have layers. You got to peel back those layers, man. Got to pull back the layers.
Okay. Sorry. Girls were just popping up. I just couldn't do it.
Had to do a wardrobe change.
I did, man.
She couldn't control the ladies.
No.
Which, you know what, it happens. Sometimes they want to be free.
They always want to be free.
Yeah, I know. That's why when I'm at home, you let them just hang out, man.
Well, I am at home.
But I know, but when we're live,
I can't do it.
We're not that type of channel.
Shit. That is sad about internet dating is all start with the picture. Well, that's the way it all starts.
But you also got to think too, when you meet people for the first time, like, it is looks. Like, there is an attraction. That's the first thing that gets you. So it's like, if there's not something that physically attracts you to somebody, you're not going to talk to them. You're not going to give them the time of day. But it's like,
I know, Rich.
Once you get past that, like, there's more to that. So it's like, okay, say we meet and I'm like, damn, she's beautiful. Well, we all know she's beautiful.
But she's beautiful.
But it's like, we start talking and all of that, like, if I don't like the personality behind the looks, I'm not going to stay
There's
here.
Nothing.
Exactly. And I'm not going to want to be in a relationship with somebody just because they look good.
And if I can't have a conversation with you,
oh, it's over.
Come on.
Like, if there's nothing going on upstairs, like the lights are on, but nobody's home, forget about it. I can't do it.
So I don't know. I feel like everybody goes through social media, and we have Instagram for a reason. We have YouTube for a reason, like Facebook and all this stuff. And we hit and click on people because one is attraction. We see something immediately that we like about them. Or then we see something about their channel and we're like, ooh, God, you're smart, or you're funny, or I like this top, or whatever. So of course there's going to be like some kind of connection. There has to be. It's when that connection, not the connection, it's when that drives into obsession. And those are our actual next two topics, which is rejection and obsession. She can be hotter than the sun, but if she's not that bright, she's not for me. Well, yeah, that's about it. How do we hit that topic then? The rejection. I think we'll go into rejection first because these two are very, very hand in hand things, I think. So rejection. Everybody deals with rejection differently. What we're going to talk about here is the negative side of that rejection. And the adverse effects that can have on the person and the person who has rejected them, you, me, whoever, right? So rejection is a normal thing. We all go through it. We can go through it with work, our peers, school. I'm not so much talking about bullying here at all, just being rejected of, I don't like you. I don't want to be with you. Oh, or, do you want to go on a date? No. Now, granted, the way that you could say no,
it can vary.
And if a person continuously comes at you over and over and over and over again, and you have been super polite, it's like, have any of you been to Vegas? Right? Have any of you been to Vegas? And then you have the people on the strip all the time, and they're like, they want to give you this, and they want to, here, do this, here. Or especially the guys who do the, I actually have a picture with them, and not them per se, but them. And the guys who dress in the cowboy hats, no shirts on, and they're all buff and sexy, and you're like, ooh.
Kind of like the Thunder Down Under guys.
Yeah, but they're not. They're just
them.
the guys who are hot, and they want pictures, and they get money for pictures. And most of the girls that they do pictures with are drunk, and they tip them pretty well, anywhere between 20 and up. And how many times, now this isn't relationship wise, but how many times do you have to say no? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you get to. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not interested. No, thank you. No. And until finally you're just like, fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck off. I've said no. Leave me alone. Like, how many times does a person have to say no? Now, whose fault is that?
It's not yours.
Is it? No, I don't believe so.
No, because you said no a million times and they keep coming after. They're being relentless. They're like, oh, eventually you will say yes.
And in sometimes being relentless is a great quality. It's a great quality. But when a male or a female has said no, no, thank you. No, I don't want to be in a relationship. No, I don't want to go on a date. No, whatever. God damn.
Listen, Linda.
Listen. Move on. Just go, okay, And why? Because we live in a universe of a sea with billions of other people. And if that one speck of dust didn't want to be in your story, they didn't belong in your story, and it's time to move the fuck along. Like, go find the fish that belongs in your story, you know? Then that turns into this other coin of where rejection turns into obsession, and a person can just not let the fuck go. I have been there. I hate the word victim, but I have been the victim of being stalked, of somebody just continuing over and over and over until finally either law had to get involved, an altercation came to be, or physicalness came into the play, which I would really hope does not happen for any of you, because it's not fun.
No, it's not, but sometimes it happens. And so I'm currently, and I don't mind, I'll put my shit out there. Like, I'm currently going through this.
Okay.
Rejected an ex, and he was not happy with it. Has been stalking me, spying on me. The rejection turned into obsession. The law has been gotten involved, and it's turning into a nightmare because he just can't let it go, to the point where he's trying to ruin my life. And to me, that's ridiculous. It's like, the relationship's over. I don't want to be with you. Just let it go. Because as Audra said, there's plenty of fish in the sea, man. Just because we didn't work out doesn't mean you won't find somebody else.
No.
So just go.
Go away, boo.
Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Just leave me the fuck alone.
You know? Now, the same thing, had been in a relationship for some time. And I mean, this was years ago now, but I mean, good God, like, he followed me. He would end up at parties. He would end up anywhere I went. He slashed my tires for every day for 2 weeks. I mean, like, for me personally, I finally had to leave the state I was in because it got so bad. And law enforcement was involved. There were lawyers, like, the whole thing. It was pretty ugly. But it was just because it was a break. It was done, right? Now, oh, boy, this is something I just don't see. It can hurt. Okay, being rejected can hurt. I've been rejected. I mean, like, I've been rejected. I know that it sucks, you know, but it's not the end of the world. It's like, oh, okay.
You kind of just, like, it hurts. It does. Like,
but I think, though, that there is a disconnect, and there are different type of people. I really do believe that.
It's harder for some than it is for others, for sure.
I think that they're just a little different, but I also think that those are the type of people that lead into, you know, like the 60-minute stories.
Exactly.
Mine could have been a 60-minute story, almost, like, if it had gone just a little bit further.
And I'm afraid that mine might turn into a 60-minute story.
Right, I know.
So if I disappear, guys,
she won't. She got big sis right here.
I'm sorry. You guys kind of know what happened, but I love you all. In case I don't come back, I love you.
But it's like, and that's not funny.
It's not.
It's
actually quite terrifying, but
at least we can laugh.
It's been on my mind for a long time, and it keeps me up at night. And honestly, I am scared, and because you never know, people are crazy.
People are fat shit motherfucking crazy.
But I feel like the best way to deal with it is to kind of laugh about it, because at this point,
what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I'm taking every precaution that I can. I'm doing what I can do to protect myself. I know I've got great family like Audra and everybody else that I have in my life, who would do anything to help protect me and whatever I need.
Oh yeah.
But this is all serious stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this is things that, we see on 60 Minutes and we're like, shit, this will never happen to me. Or
How
I
did that happen? Well, there are some red flags, folks.
Exactly. And
let's go over that.
Granted, in my last relationship with this guy, like, I noticed some red flags and I stayed a little longer than I should, but I'm glad that I got out when I did because there were some big ones.
And this goes male or female, and we will definitely go into some red flags based off of a woman and then off of a man.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them, and we ignore some of them because we're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. And then before we know it, we're like, fuck.
Yep.
I should have paid attention to that. I should have left.
You know that like little lizard brain that we have?
If it's telling you to run,
listen to it.
And it's telling you to get out, do it. Because I didn't listen to mine for a long time.
Yeah.
And if I would have, I probably wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now.
And listen to your gut. It speaks to you for a reason. And not just because you're hungry.
No.
So go through some red flags.
Okay. There's some big ones and there's some small ones. So with my ex, one that I should have noticed was not only like he had really no friends. And when I say no friends, I mean he literally had nobody. There was one guy he talked to that lived 2 states away, and they maybe talked once a week. But other than that, there were no guys or girlfriends that he had that he went out and hung out with. He pretty made me his everything. And that was a red flag.
Yeah.
He made it to where like it was a big deal if I went and hung out with my girlfriends. Mm-hmm. Spending too much time with my family and I didn't have him around, there was a big deal.
That's
like that's a huge red flag.
That one right there.
But at the same time,
like
that was a huge thing for me. But he always wanted to be there though when I was with my family. And I get wanting to meet them, but at the same time, there were other red flags in my mind where I'm like, I don't want you around my family right now.
Yeah.
Because I know how my family is.
Correct.
And it's like, I don't want to introduce them to people until I know for sure.
Correct.
Especially when I have young nephews and all of that involved. Because with small kids, anybody who has kids of their own, has nieces, have nephews.
We've talked about that.
Exactly. They get attached. And
that's not fair.
It's not fair to bring somebody into their life and then tear them away.
Hey, Jonathan.
But there were some big red flags that I ignored. And it's like he got super possessive and it was a lot.
Yeah.
Together way too long. And I should have been like, okay, hit the road, Jack.
Yeah.
And don't come back.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more.
But it's like,
what'd you say?
Other red flags I noticed with him, kind of showing up at places when he wasn't invited. So he showed up at my best friend's grandmother's lake house.
That's fucking
without me.
Wait, he just showed up there?
So
were you there?
No, I wasn't there. So we were there. We were there the day before, hanging out.
Oh Lord!
And
Jesus help me.
My best friend was like, "Oh, if you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow, come by."
John, this is different. It's a predetermined thing, though, love.
So my best friend, she was like, "Oh, if you guys don't have anything to do tomorrow, like come on by. We'll be here for a while." I had to work. I wasn't going. He decided to show up, walked through the property and down to the lake to spend time with my best friend and her husband and my godson.
Did he ask them if
No.
he could be there?
No, he just showed up.
That's just
like, if I'm dating somebody, I'm not going to go to their best friend's
Mm-mm.
grandparents' house
Mm-mm.
and spend time with them without them.
Mm-mm. That's weird.
Like, that's super weird.
That's
especially when we haven't been dating for that long.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
It's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Ooh.
And him thinking that my friends, of course, were automatically his friends. So
no.
he would text my best friend's husband wanting to hang out, go do stuff, and be like, well, I don't understand why he's not texting me back. And I'm like,
because you haven't met this motherfucker yet?
I was like, you've met him one time and you're thinking you guys are best pals. Like,
yeah, like,
no, like, he's my friend.
Yeah.
Not yours. Like, you need
these things have to happen. Like,
you can't force it.
No, and here is the thing. Just because we're in a relationship does not mean my friends are your friends.
But that's
nor are your friends my friends. I would hope that we would all come together and be a large group of a tribe of friends and be tight
at some point. But
yeah,
it doesn't just happen overnight.
No.
But that's what he was trying to force. So he was automatically thinking that my friends were his friends and that he could just hang out whenever.
No. Mm-mm. 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 That's some hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Not happening, bro. Like, no.
That's weird to me.
And it's like, to begin with, they were only nice to you because they love me and they wanted to give you a chance.
Thank you. And that happens though. Like, a man brings a girl into the relationship, right? Into the core of people. And then y'all are like, okay, cool. It takes, like, your first impression, yes, is everything.
Mm-hmm.
It truly is. But then you're like, oh, all right. Like, I'm not sure, but I'll do it. She can come again. Okay.
Well,
and then she comes and you're like, okay, all right. And then the next time is better because the ice is breaking. Everybody's not so uncomfortable. Everybody is a little bit more themselves and just like raw.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, she's one of us. Or you're like, this bitch ain't us. Yeah. I don't want her back here.
Well, and it's different.
And the same thing for dudes. It's just like, he smells funny. And people have a smell, that aura about them where you're just like, I don't know why, but I don't like the way he holds his mouth. I don't like the way he smells. Yeah. And I don't mean the way he smells, the way he smells, his aura, just like his energy. Like, you're like, no. And that goes male or female.
Well, and it's different. Like, if your friends are contacting them and be like, hey, man, like,
that's right, Jonathan.
We're doing
hit the road, Jack.
Like, if your friends are contacting them and be like, hey, like, we're doing this, like, come on out. That's one thing. If they are personally contacting you and they want to hang out with you, then fucking go.
Like, come on.
But don't invite yourself to something that they're doing to be like, oh, well, I want to hang out with them. Because then they're like,
who the fuck are you?
Why the fuck are you here?
Without you.
Yeah.
It's like, weird. That's not.
It makes it strange.
It does.
That was a huge red flag for me.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Newcomers have a certain smell. They fucking do. They do.
You can sense it, man. The second they walk through the door.
Yeah, and I think it's like my family is a den of alpha predators. It's like you're walking into a lion's den. And if you're a gazelle,
oh, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
My family's the same way. They will eat you alive.
Eat you alive. And I'm sorry, like I'm not sorry. That's just the way we fucking are. It's just like you are either in
or you're out.
Or you are out. And if you are that weak link, that weak
they smell the fear, man.
It is. It's just like you just it's like you just come after it. And then you start picking on them. You want to see how much they can handle.
Yep.
Because we do that. Mm-hmm. We pick on people. I'm sorry, but we do. Like,
they poke and they prod to see kind of how long it takes you to break.
And do you belong? Do you belong here? Because let me tell you, I have an alpha team. Like, there is the thing. It is fucking A, dude. It is A team, B team, C team, and D team. You want to know what happens to D team?
They gone.
They never make it.
Yeah.
They don't make it through the door.
C team barely makes it.
Oh, C team?
They're holding up like
do you know why we even let C team around? Because they're disposable. And if we have to drop somebody first, that's who's going. Bye, boo. B team is the way. It's like when you're going through like the zombie apocalypse or shit ever fucking happens. What do we have? We have A team. Guess who's on A team? This bitch. Yep. Okay. Who's on B team? I know some B teamers. Will I have them and keep them? Yes, I will, because they're going to do what the fuck I tell them to do. You want to know why? Because they won't live.
Yep.
C teams, I'll have them. You want to know why? Because they're my gophers. They're going to clean up this. They're going to do that, but they're disposable. That's the fucking truth. D team are the first motherfuckers to go. I will drop them in a second to save everybody else.
Well, and half of them are in the corner shitting themselves because they can't believe what's happening.
I'm sorry, but that's the way it goes. And that's the way it goes in families. Yep. It's like, we know when you come in the door who you are. Like, we smell you. I know that might sound crazy or funny, but it's the truth. Like, we know. Especially if you have that type of family, which I do. I mean, my grandson will sniff you and be like, nope.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandson's 2.5 years old. And if he doesn't like the way he's like, he met her for the first time today. He went out and greeted her. He's like, yo, come in. Come on in, fam. You know,
he walked me down the driveway.
He knew. That was his first time meeting Rachel. He knew. You know why? She's family. It's just the way it is. Other people, okay. I'll tell you, babies don't lie.
No.
Babies don't lie. Okay, so some red flags, and this goes for both sexes in my opinion. John, if you are one of the weak-minded or overly sensitive type of people, my family will rip you apart. That's the truth. You can't make it. So going through your phone, your social media, and by that I mean literally getting into your social media, reading your messages, checking what's going on, going through your phone messages, all of that. And I'm talking about without even letting you know when you finding out.
I caught him in the act.
Yes.
Because he used my finger to get into my lock.
While you were sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Dude, he thought I was sleeping.
Okay, we gotta have a talk after
dude.
This, girl. This can't happen.
There's shit you need to know.
This can't happen again.
You're
telling big sister right, girl. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Like, that comes back to trust, man. Like,
well, but people don't. Here's the thing: people don't trust themselves.
Yeah.
And we have got to get back to doing that. We have got to get back to trusting ourselves, to being ourselves, and not being ashamed of who we are. Listen, I'm a lot. All right. Like I said, I'm an alpha female. I know I'm an alpha female. It's fine. Okay. I know that. I know I'm a lot for some people. I know some people cannot handle me. Some people cannot handle my presence. That's okay. That's fine.
Handle you, boo.
But that's because you're my people. But, okay, like we have got to get back to trusting ourselves and listening to ourselves. So going through a phone, your social media, hacking into your computer or your iPad or whatever, dude, ding, 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 wah, wah, okay? Showing up where you are out of the blue, meaning not knowing and being there after you've been there.
Yep.
So, okay. Not speaking to you for long periods of time. Do you know what do I mean by that?
What do you mean? What is your determination of a long period of time?
That can be 2 days, 3 days, a week.
Just kind of vanishing for a bit?
No.
Not returning?
No, even if you're living together.
Oh, they just...
Not speaking to you.
Oh, so silent treatment.
Treatment.
Okay.
And you don't know why.
Because they won't let you know why.
Or being mad at you because you informed them, hey, I'm going out. Would you like to go? No, you don't want to go? Okay, I'm going out with my friends. This is where we're going. I'm not sure when I'll be back, because you can't say, I'm going to be back at midnight. You're going out with your friends. You'll be fucking shit-faced in their couch.
You know? Oh, yeah, and then you show up at 2 a.m. Why aren't you back at midnight when you said you were going to be?
Correct. You just don't say that because you don't know. Yeah. You don't know. I stopped doing that a long time ago because you don't know. Don't tell somebody something when you just don't know. I don't know. But I'll be home.
And they get mad because you went out.
Because you went out.
Because they were hoping that when they said that they didn't want to go, that you just weren't going to go.
Correct. So that's another red flag thing is, you know, then being mad at you and treating you like shit because of that. And, you know, then that in turn leads to a silent treatment. And then that in turn leads to this, to that, to that. Not wanting you to be around your family. That's a huge red flag. Not wanting you to talk to your parents or hang out with your parents. If you have siblings, not wanting you to hang out with them or talk to them. You can't talk to them about us. Well, why can't I? They're my parents, or that's my sister, that's my brother.
But our relationship should be between us. It's private.
And I will say, I have recently encountered a situation like this. Does not have anything to do with me at all or my family. But we came across this. And this young woman was talking to... This is tough. So did she think it was her? They were friends. They are friends. They were friends. And she was telling her friend some really like disturbing qualities that were happening in her marriage and how her husband was treating her. Now, again, I'm going to go back. That's to say that I am equal here. Like I defend both sexes. So I'm not saying that this just happened to be a woman talking about her husband. I have heard about a man talking about his wife like this, and it was equally, I think, fucking terrifying. So here she is, she's talking to her friend. So her friend is really concerned about the things that were happening in her marriage, the way she was being treated. She went to her husband and she told her husband, babe, I'm really concerned, blah, blah, blah. She lists it out. Well, the were friends.
Oh, shit.
And husband one is wife one, the one who is having the issue. Wife two, okay. Wife one, wife two, husband one, husband two. Husband two goes to husband one and he's like, bro, I'm really concerned about some things I have heard that are happening. And I think you might need some help. What do you think happened?
Husband one was pissed.
He was furious, and he was on a work trip. He came home and like he took her phone away from her. He took the computers, iPads, all of that. He took them all away. And then he was just like, basically, what are you doing talking to anybody about us? Now, I understand keeping certain things about your marriage private, your relationship private, right? Like, because you can have a disagreement with your spouse or your boyfriend or wife or your girlfriend, and then you tell somebody in a heated moment, and then you're friends for them. They never forget that. Yeah. And they never forgive when you were angry. And you, at that point in time, should have just maybe kept that to yourself, because everybody has arguments and everybody fights, right? Yeah. But when it is a thing of safety and being abused or neglected or those types of things are happening, you should, I'm having a problem. Or what if you are having a problem in your marriage and you just need help? You need an outside ear of, can you help me here? Hey, Richie. You know, everybody needs that, right? But then there needs to be, hey, can we please keep this in confidence? At least that way, if that person breaks that confidence, you can come back and be like, motherfucker, do you know what issues you caused me?
Yeah.
Now, in this instance, she didn't think anything of it, right? She didn't think that that friend, that wife 2 was going to go to her husband 2, and then go to husband 1 and like blab the whole story. Well, it caused a really severe issue to where I don't want you going to your family. I don't want you talking to your family. I don't want you talking to your friends. You can never see her or talk to her again. And the whole thing. So this was in a basically like a forum of kind of, I need help. And the consensus between everybody was, bitch, run. Like, get your kids and run. Get out. Because that then leads into a different kind of domestic situation. Those typically start going towards the violent, and that's when, the hitting. Oh, I love you. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. Mm-mm.
Or it goes on to the blaming where you made me do this.
That's right.
You got me to this point.
That's right.
And then the woman's like, fuck, well, if I stop doing this, then he won't do this.
Correct.
If I don't make him mad, then he won't hit me.
Correct. So, I mean, like, listen to your little Adula Oblongata, okay? It's your lizard brain for a reason. It's your most primal instinct that tells you when something is wrong. Pay attention.
Well, and listen to your gut, too, because your gut knows what's up.
It does. It tells you all the time. And not just when you're hungry.
Yeah.
And not just when you gotta poop. Okay? It says, ooh, this doesn't feel good. There's something wrong here. Why do you think your body does these things to you? Why do you think adrenaline happens? Why do you think the hairs stand up? Why do you think these things happen? Your body is literally coming back to a primal state that is telling you, ooh.
Yeah. You need to listen to your body because it'll lead you in the right direction.
Uh-huh. And then, okay. Oh, injury. So, as some of you may or may not know, depending on where it is you follow me, I guess I should put that in here, huh? That would be correct. Instagram. Okay. So I just put it in the comments, my Instagram. So depending on where you follow me or not, you may have seen before that I have made some posts on chronic pain. And I have since had actually quite a few people come out and tell me how much they appreciate the fact that I have actually made a post like this, because it lets them know that they're not alone. So, correct, John. Back in 2014, I blew out my L5 disc in my back, so in my lower vertebrae. I was in literally excruciating pain. I could barely walk. And I honest to God don't know how I fucking got through it. I think my daughter helped me quite a bit, and my dad was by my side the whole time, and that just really did make a world of difference. I had surgery in January of 15, and I had a discectomy and a laminectomy, a double laminectomy. A laminectomy is where they cut the bone out to give the neuro pathways more room. And then the discectomy is where they actually take the part of the disc that has blown out. After that, I only had surgical pain, and I was literally back to my normal self. I was a strength competitor. I was Washington State Strongest Woman. And I was literally on the road to go to the Arnold and to the Olympia to be a strength competitor. In 2017, I was injured again. So I ended up getting hit in my head with 160 pounds. It knocked me out of the back of a truck. And I had a 75-pound box in my arms. It twisted me. I landed on my left shoulder, twisted up my knee, twisted my back. The 160 pounds that hit me in my head caused there to be a bulge in my neck at C6. I have a fracture in my spine at thoracic 6, 7, and 8. And I have damage at L3, L4, L5, S1, and below. So I have permanent nerve damage in my lower extremities. Now from 2017 until very earlier this year, well, yeah, I mean, it was a shit show, guys. Like I would still be here because I'm not that person, but I would just probably be a very different person. I've had a very good support system. I will say, however, it is very difficult when I look fine on the outside, right? I look strong. I look completely healthy. And for the most part, I am healthy. I just deal with chronic pain. So it wasn't until I want to say mid-January, my SI joint popped out for God knows what reason, and that did something which caused more issues at my L3, L4 or L4, L5 area. I go in for a nerve block on Monday. Fun. Really fucking fun. I have been literally in excruciating pain. There was like 3 or 4 weeks I was walking with a cane, and just don't look at me because it hurts so bad, like literally. I am most likely looking at surgery again. Now this nerve block is going to say a lot. So I would like to say, listen, it's very difficult, and there's people around you every day who are dealing with silent struggles you just don't know about. And just because, thanks, Jonathan. Just because somebody looks like they're fine doesn't mean that they are fine. And chronic pain comes in so many different forms. And I don't take much for mine. I deal with nerve pain. There's not a lot that actually helps nerve pain, for me at least. For some people, they're on gabapentin and there's other things. Gabapentin's just not something that really works for me. There's a couple of others. And like I said, I don't take very many drugs. I don't take very many things. So it's just something I kind of deal with, right? It has caused a blood pressure spike because I'm in pain all the time. Pain causes your blood pressure to rise. So that sucks. It also, when this initially happened, it threw my thyroid completely out of whack. And in 2014, 15, when I was just like incredible shape, my thyroid busted out and I gained 60 pounds in 8 days.
Damn.
Yes. I lost half of my hair. Literally. I had hair down to my knees and I lost half of my hair. I'm just now in 2022 growing hair back.
Yeah.
So like my system is finally starting to come back on track and all of that. And I'm getting hair, my hair's getting fuller and thicker and longer, like all that. My weight has finally stabilized. I'm able to actually lose weight easier now. Again, I'm not a little chick. I carry a lot of muscle. I'll always be a bigger girl, which is fine with me. But guys, like I deal with some shit, man. I deal with pain every day, and
doesn't keep you from being a badass.
No, thanks.
You're welcome. Love you.
I love you. So it's like, it's tough, guys. Like sometimes it's just like, you just don't know. You don't know what other people are dealing with. And maybe the person that always has a scowl on their face, they're actually just like, thanks, John. Yeah. I've lost weight since I've seen you, bud. So, but maybe that person that has a scowl on their face is that they're actually not mean or unfriendly. They just hurt. Or, the person who's always breaking plans with you, it's probably because they're not sleeping well and they hurt. I mean, like, there's just so many things. And there's so many of us that love you, Killa. Thank you, boo. That we just don't talk about it a lot. We just don't talk about it because there's so little understanding. And especially when you look fine.
Yeah.
Like, you look fine. What's wrong with you? There ain't nothing wrong with you. You look fine.
But
but people, they just don't.
They don't. And it's
no.
like, just like they say, the people that are happy all the time just because they look happy doesn't mean that they are happy.
Nope.
We all have struggles. We all deal with things. But it's like we all put on that happy face and we go about life because that's what we have to do. And we can't let it bring us down.
Most people do. I mean, I think most people do. They hide a lot. So, I mean, it's just like, I'll probably make a bit more posts about it because I have gotten such a good response from people just so everybody can remember, it's just like, it sucks to hurt all the fucking time. It really does. And it can really bring down your attitude and your mood and your friends. I'm not as social as I used to be. And it's not because I don't want to be. Believe me, it's like, I want to go hiking. I can't. I can't. I just can't do it anymore. And that sucks. Like there are certain things that are far more physical that I did all of the time. I can't do them anymore. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I can't. And I'm not a person that says, I can't, because I don't believe in I can't. But I also know the limits of my body now because of what's happened to me. We'll see next Monday about this nerve block. And that's only going to last 6 to 8 hours. If it does what it's supposed to, that's going to let them know that I do in fact need surgery again in the area that the nerve block is. And then that will happen. And I don't know what's going to happen after that. Like, hopefully I come out of it and I'm like, woo, I'm just dealing with surgical pain. That surgical pain goes away and I'm
kind of back to normal.
I'm kind of back to normal. I'm hoping so. Like, I'll never compete again. That's just something that's not going to happen. And I it's not something that should happen because
I'll compete for you.
I'll train you.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
I can't have the compression on my neck, on my thoracic, or on my lumbar. I just can't have that anymore. So, it sucks, but there's other shit to do.
You can train through me.
I can train you.
Let's do it.
I'll fucking take you to the Arnold. Take you to the Olympia. Meow, meow. So, I mean, I just want that to be a kind of a reminder to everybody is like, Jonathan, 2 weeks. So, do you have your calendar? We try to do them every 2 weeks.
Our next live?
Yeah.
So it'd be the 16th.
The 16th.
Mm-hmm.
The 16th of March, right?
Correct.
Yeah, the 16th of March.
The day before St. Patty's Day.
Oh, look at the Irish. Maybe we will have some Irish car bombs with you guys. We could always do it on St. Patty's Day, but people might be, I don't know.
People might be partying and a little too
16th.
drunk.
Let's do the 16th. Okay, the 16th. March 16th. And bring your Irish car bombs. Do you know what an Irish car bomb is? If you don't, we shall enlighten you.
Oh, you will figure it out very quickly.
We'll get fucked up with you.
Yep. That'll be a fun show. Oh, gosh.
We're doing it. We're doing Irish car bombs. Okay. We're going to do Irish car bombs. All right.
We're making it happen.
Make sure you have some Jameson and some Guinness and some Baileys.
I'll bring my own Baileys because I got to do the almond milk stuff since
That's
I don't
fine.
do dairy.
Let's go with me. Woo. Okay, it's a plan. It's a plan. We all getting drunk together and we're talking about shit. We're gonna shit talk. I don't know what we're talking about.
It's gonna be a very interesting time because once we get drunk,
Woo!
oh god.
Oh, it's all fucking off. Okay, so hump day 2 weeks from now, March 16th, day before St. Patty's Day. You better know what an Irish cravat. You're drinking a hurricane right now, boss. So bring your questions, bring your topics, bring anything that you want to talk about. Again, we're a no holds barred. We are not PC.
We're ready to get down and dirty with whatever you guys want to discuss.
Let's do it. So, again, I would like Rich. I have left my email in here. I've left my email for everybody. You can go through the comments and find it. My Instagram is also on here. You can find me on Insta. And I have my business Facebook, which is The Secrets of Sex, a historical accounting. So you can find me in 3 different areas besides YouTube. So everyone that is here, I really, really, really appreciate you. I've had a really good time. We really enjoy this time with you. It gives us some good quality bonding girl time and so much fun with you guys. So I just want to let you know again, really, really appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. So
bye guys. It's been a pleasure as always.
okay. Love you all.
Love you.
Talk to you soon. Send me a message. It's totally cool. I will answer.
Catch you on the flip side.